because this is going to change you. There's no doubt. The person you were before the divorce, the person you are going to be during the divorce or breakup is going to be different, and the person after the divorce and the breakup is going to be different as well. Like, you will become three different people. It is absolutely crazy. And I'm not like some people, they say, "Oh, you haven't changed this." No, you have. No, you absolutely have. Your internal world has changed because there are lessons that probably happened. There are things that ended up, conflicts that ended up happening, words that were said that shouldn't have been said. Learn from those words, heard things being told about you, you say things about the other person. Conflict and divorce and a major breakup that causes the conflict can cause you to be somebody that when you look back at it, you're like, that was something that I never thought I'd do. That is somebody that I never thought I'd become. Because again, the stress that you're under, the amount of mental load and emotional load that you're carrying during this time is huge, and it shifts you. So that's why like the self-care is absolutely mandatory. Like that was one thing that I learned this time around, that self-care is absolutely mandatory. There is no ifs, ands, or buts that you need to put yourself first when you're going through something like this. Now, obviously, if you have kids, clearly kids come first with you. But I'm saying you need to worry about you before you worry about the couch that you guys are arguing over. You need to worry about you before you need to worry about the items or the pictures or whatever that you're trying to split. Because if you aren't in the right mindset, if you aren't in the right emotional space, things, words, and actions will be done that later on you kind of go look back and go, who was that? Who was that person? Because I don't recognize he or she or they. I don't recognize them at all. That is not who I wanted to be. Or that is, or it could be like that's exactly how I wanted to handle that. That is exactly, but I'm such a stronger person now. And that's the thing. Like it can also be, I think actually, regardless, you become a stronger person. Some people feel like um, they get defeated during these times, but I honestly believe that you become much stronger afterwards. After all said and done, after the final signatures on things, after all, everything's separated, all of the items are separated, you figured out what's going on with the house, you figured out what's going on with the kids. After all of that, I find you're much, much stronger as a human being, and you know lessons and you become more aware of what you truly want. And I think that's why divorces and all that stuff, because it's a combination of, obviously there's major differences in why divorces happen, why major breakups happen, but I think it's just a combination of one person has grown, the other person has grown, but then you start just separating. And this person, as much as, so many people are like, "Oh, but you're married. Oh, but you've been together for this long." But if neither party are happy and all they're doing is causing more stress being together, then why are you together? And that's where, a lot of it comes down to, and this is why some of them are just amicable. And they're like, listen, I still care for them. I still love them, but we just, you know what? We're just not good husband and wife, or we're not good husband, wife, or whatever. And it does become amicable, but then, separating things becomes stressful and, eventually, but certain people can still remain friends after it. Some people never want to see the other person if they never had to. Sometimes you have to because of the fact that you have children together or, whatever. So there's just certain things that you've got to make sure that throughout the entire process, you're taking care of you.